About a Boy. Now, About a Boy was released in 2002 and it's about Chris and Paul Weisz and stars Hugh Grant, Toni Collette, Rachel Weisz, and a young Nicholas Hoult. And basically, this film tells two stories. First, we'll get started to Hugh Grant's character, who's this bachelor who hooks up women left, right, and centre and doesn't really care about anyone in particular. And then we get the second story to Nicholas Hoult's character, who's this young boy who gets bullied at school and will start to randomly sing at school when he's not meant to, and at the same time, though, has a struggling mother in the film, played by Toni Collette. But anyway, basically, long story short, the two main characters in the film, Hugh Grant's character and Nicholas Hoult's characters, end up meeting one another and they end up forming a kind of unique friendship with one another. But then, at the same time though, Hugh Grant's character also meets Rachel Weisz's character, and in order to hook up with Rachel Weisz's character, Hugh Grant pretends that he has a son. So he uses Nicholas Hoult as a pretend son to try and get with Rachel Weisz's character. But as you can imagine, a lot of complications occur when Rachel Weisz finds out the truth about the relationship between Hugh Grant and Nicholas Hoult's characters. And at the same time though, even more complications occur when Nicholas Hoult's character enters himself in a talent contest and Hugh Grant's character has to save him from total embarrassment before it's too late. And that's basically the plot of About a Boy. And honestly, I enjoyed this film. In the end, it is just another Hugh Grant flick. You know, not too dissimilar to something like, I don't know, Notting Hill, For When It's in Funeral, Musical Lyrics, or even Love Actually to a degree. But the thing is though, that's kind of why I enjoy it. I enjoy those films to a degree, to varying degrees anyway, and I enjoyed this film as well. I thought it was a bit of light-hearted fun. It made me smile, it made me laugh, which I didn't expect it to. And at the same time though, I thought it was fun whilst it was on. It's short but sweet, and kind of in the way you want it to be. I mean, I do still have some criticism about this film overall. Sometimes this film is a bit tonally inconsistent with itself. Like, sometimes you'll have some really serious moments in there, and then have some, like, really funny moments, like, you know, 30 seconds later, and it just, sometimes it don't always fit well together, I must admit. And at the same time, though, I don't think Rachel Weisz is doing her best performance in this film. She's not bad in this film, I just don't think she's at her best. And at the same time, though, the film is very cringeworthy, particularly towards the end when you have the whole talent contest stuff, you know, with Hugh Grant's character and Nicholas Hoult's characters. That's all quite cringeworthy, the film, I must admit. But the thing is, though, even with all that, it still kind of works me. And I think the main reason this film works me is for one reason in particular. And that is Hugh Grant. Honestly, I enjoyed watching Hugh Grant so much in the film. He made me laugh out loud far more than I thought I was going to. Honestly, just in the first 5 minutes of the film, I was laughing out loud at Hugh Grant's character because of how funny he was and how Hugh Grant played that character. You know, he is a bit different in this film than he is in something like, I don't know, Notting Hill or For When It's in a Funeral. But the thing is, though, I kind of enjoyed his performance a bit more in this film because it was just so much funnier to watch and intentionally funny. You know, in something like Notting Hill, he's kind of accidentally funny and everything, and he's kind of cringeworthy funny, and I think that worked. I'm not saying it didn't work, but the thing is, though, in this film, he's intentionally funny, and I really like the way his character was written. And at the same time, though, another reason this film actually works for me was Nicholas Hoult's character. Now I must admit here, I'm not the biggest fan of when you have a kid as, like, the main star of a film or TV show. Sometimes it actually puts me off watching that film or TV show because sometimes you don't always get the best performance out of kids. Like, bear in mind when you're on a movie set, you know, you're doing take after take after take after take. You have these long hours and everything, and sometimes you don't always get the best performance out of kids and everything. You don't always get the best performance out of actors in general, to be honest. But the thing is, though, I was surprised by how good Nicholas Hoult actually was in this film. I mean, Nicholas Hoult now, he's gone to star in the X-Men franchises. You know, the young Beast who was in X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse, and X-Men Dark Phoenix as well. But he's also done a lot of other stuff. You know, he was in that Token film not too long ago. He's been in loads of stuff nowadays. But the thing is, though, I'm pretty sure this was his first film, because in the credits it says introducing Nicholas Hoult and everything. And honestly, I was really surprised by the fact that this was his first film, because he's actually really good in it. Honestly, I really enjoyed watching Nicholas Hoult's character, which is something I didn't expect to say about this film. And the thing is, though, it's not because Nicholas Hoult's character is written well. In the end, Nicholas Hoult, is just playing another bullied schoolchild in this film. But the thing is, though, because of the way Nicholas Hoult plays that character, it made it more enjoyable to watch, in my opinion. So I really enjoyed Hugh Grant in this film, I really enjoyed Nicholas Hoult in the film, and I particularly enjoyed the moments when those three were on screen together, and you see the unique bond that they form throughout the film. And at the same time, though, another thing I really enjoyed about this film was a joint narration from both of those characters. Not only when you get a film like this, you have the narration from, like, one character, like Notting Hill, you just have the narration from Hugh Grant. But the thing is, though, in this film, not only do you have the narration from Hugh Grant, you also have the narration from Nicholas Hoult as well. So you kind of a joint narration, which is something I actually really liked about this film. It's that sort of filmmaking which is peculiar, but kind of in a good way, in my opinion. I didn't expect to get that from this film, because when I heard Hugh Grant narrating the start of the film, I'm thinking, oh, right, it's going to be him narrating. And then you hear Nicholas Hoult narrating not too long after, and like, oh, I didn't expect that, but actually I kind of liked about this film. And honestly, I was surprised by that. Like I said, it's peculiar, but kind of in a good way, and kind of in a way that suits this film. And I really liked that about it. And at the same time, though, I also really enjoyed some other performances of the film. There's, Toni Collette's great in the film as, Nicholas Hoult's struggling mother. I really enjoyed her. I must admit, I didn't love her storyline. And at the same time, though, I did really enjoy quite a lot of parts of the film. I also really enjoyed the soundtrack from Bally John Boy. Now, if you don't know, Bally John Boy was a big artist back in like the early 2000s and everything. And he actually wrote the soundtrack for this film. Now, I'm not going to say score here, because I don't personally consider it a score. Because in the end, it's just a bunch of songs by Bally John Boy. Good songs, by the way. I quite like the soundtrack. The thing is, though, it's not a score. But saying that, though, it still works really well for the film. I really enjoyed the soundtrack because it had songs like Silent Sigh, which is a great song, by the way. It had songs like, Something to Talk About, which is like the main song of the film. And it was just full of all these really nice songs, in my opinion. The songs that worked really, really well with the film. And I really like the soundtrack, actually. I've actually listened to it quite a few times on Spotify since I've seen this film, because I do actually think the soundtrack for the film is actually really good, and I really like the feel of the soundtrack. I like Bally John Boy's music quite a lot, and I like it a bit more now after I've heard it in this film. And at the same time, though, like I said, the film made me laugh out loud, it's enjoyable, and in the end, it's another Hugh Grant flick. If you've enjoyed something like, I don't know, Notting Hill, Fun Has Been a Funeral, musical lyrics, or even Love Actually to a degree, because I know he's not the main part of Love Actually, but he's still quite a big part of Love Actually. If you've enjoyed those films before, you'll enjoy this one. In the end, it is another rom-com. I didn't expect it to, but it got a lot of rom-com elements in there. But at the same time, though, what the heart of the film is this relationship between Hugh Grant's character and Nicholas Hoult's characters, which is where the film works at its best, in my opinion. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I really like the soundtrack. Hugh Grant and Nicholas Hoult great in the film. Even so, it did get a bit cringeworthy towards the end of the film, it still works me overall. And I liked watching it far more than I thought I was going to. And like I said before, it made me laugh far more than I thought I was going to as well, which cannot be understated. Honestly, I can't tell you how many comedies nowadays don't make me laugh, but actually, I was laughing out loud about 5 minutes into the film, and that's something I'm really going to take from it, actually. In the end, it is another Hugh Grant flick, but you know what? It worked for me whilst it was on, and I thought it was a bit of light-hearted, feel-good fun. And so, all in all, I'm going to say that about Boy, I'm going to say that it's I'm going to say it's about a 7.5 out of 10. Honestly, I enjoyed this film for the most part. By no means is it a masterpiece. By no means is it even brilliant as well. But the thing is, though, I enjoyed it whilst it was on, and that's what I'm going to take from it. Because in the end, not every film has to be a masterpiece. Not every film has to be brilliant. Not every film has to be the new, fantastic, best rom-com of the year. In the end, some films come to be a bit enjoyable, and some films come to be a bit fun. And that's kind of what I got from About a Boy. Like I said, by no means is it brilliant, but I don't feel it needs to be. I don't feel it even wants to be, to be honest. I like what it does. I like the whole, joint narration stuff. I like the relation between, Nicholas Hoult's character and Hugh Grant's character film. I think that's where the film shines. And at the same time, though, the film has some really enjoyable moments. It's got a great soundtrack, and it's really nice to watch in the end. It's short but sweet, and I liked it whilst it was on. I watched it on Netflix, by the way, not too long ago, and I would definitely recommend, if you do have Netflix, go and check out this film, especially if you enjoy like Hugh Grant films before, like Notting Hill, and 4 Minutes of Funeral, and Love Actually, and so on and so on. If you enjoy Hugh Grant flicks before, then I would recommend this film as well. I enjoyed it. It's not for everyone, but you know what? That's fine, because in my opinion, it was feel-good fun whilst it was on, and it was short but sweet, and in the best way possible. So, all in all, I'm going to say that About a Boy is a 7.5 out of 10 for me. Anyway guys, what do you think of About a Boy? Please do comment down below and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Anyway guys, thank you as always for watching, and if you haven't yet, please do click down below and like, subscribe on the video, and look forward to many more both film and TV views coming very soon on this channel. See you guys again soon, but bye for now, bye!